All right, so this is my first prototype try at what I'm going to call a family firebox. Now it contains 4 sets. So when you're teaching children, all right, people always ask me about friction fire and teaching children. So I always say the same thing. The easiest set of all, the easiest way to get a success for a child is to do a toggle drill. And that requires 2 people, all right? So it's really easy. Now the next one is the second easiest is the pump drill, which a child can do because I made my children do pump drills when they were really small. So it went really well, and it's all on video. So there's proof of my abusing my children by making them do friction fire. So that's number 2. Now you want to try to work them toward a bow drill. So the third thing is a crutch drill, which looks like playing the cello, which is a giant, a medium-sized bow drill, I should say.
Sorry.
Are you taking over?
Sure.
It's still filming. Just stand over.
Sorry.
No, you're not.
I'm not, but...
Goodbye. So the third method is the crutch drill. And it's a really large bow drill. So all of those components are really large. They're really long. So all of them are that I've made are about around 24 inches. They're about 2 feet long. This toolbox is 29 inches. So therefore it fits pieces that are 24 inches and a little bigger. All right. So we got toggle drill, pump drill, crutch drill, and the third one is Egyptian. The fourth one is Egyptian drill. And I would really rather prefer you try an Egyptian drill before you do a bow drill, because it's going to be easier on them to perform. Okay, so what's in here? Alright, so let me go from the bottom first. So the first thing we want is our toggle drill, right? So we have our spindle, we have our T-brace, right? And we have our toggles. Okay. These are our toggles. I'll take that apart. There. There's our toggles. So that's one set. Okay. That's the easiest one for children. The second easiest is a pump drill. Okay. So you have your flywheel. Now I designed this because I really hate large pieces. So this is supposed to be like a disc. So I made a disc-like, and all you have to do is just put it together. The spindle goes through here, and then the flywheel doesn't move because it's square. And then you have your pressure bar brace, which goes on top, right? So that's number 2. Toggle drill number 1, toggle drill number 2. Then we have a crutch drill, which is a spindle, a really large spindle, and a bow, and your crutch, so that you can bow. All right, that's set number 3. And then you have your Egyptian drill. All right, so we have 4 here. So from easiest to hardest. And then after Egyptian drill, they could probably end up doing a bow drill if you want. All right. So this set, okay, so the bow is for the Egyptian drill. This set has 20 hearth boards, 20 boards of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sockets. So 8 sockets, there's maybe 2 tries in each one if you're good. 20 boards, all made of radiata pine, Pinus radiata, which you could find in any Lowe's. So if you need more boards, you just go to Lowe's or Home Depot and look for clear or select pine, and you will find Pinus radiata. These are all reloads. Everything here is a reload. It's a 3-inch dowel. It's 3/4 of an inch in diameter, and they fit in the Egyptian drill, the toggle drill, the pump drill, and the crutch drill. Okay, there's more than 50 in there. I didn't count. All right. We have some sandpaper so that when you wear down the end, you can just flatten it again and put an edge on there if you need to. Now the reloads are held in with hose clamps, right? So I have included a screwdriver and some extra hose clamps as well, in case one gets lost. So now the bows, right? And the toggles, and the drill all require cord. Now eventually these are going to bust, right? So I have included extra cords in here as well, and they're pretty much already measured for you conveniently, right? And to put in the T-brace and the crutch brace and the Egyptian drill, a little bit of soap for lubrication for the spindles to spin in. All right. So you're going to need a knife to shave off a little bit of soap into the socket for the spindles to move freely. Okay, so I'm going to put these back for a minute. Now you're going to take a reload and you're going to pop it in your spindle, right? This is the toggle drill we're going to do. And you're going to tighten it with your screwdriver. And just snug. You don't have to crank on this. Just get it snug. Just so it doesn't turn on you. If the reload doesn't turn, that's good. That's all you need to do. Alright. I have 2 extra boards, which I'm going to practice on. There's still going to be 20 boards in the box. Alright. So here's what we're going to do next. In order to do toggle drill, you need someone to hold the T-brace while the other person does the toggles. So I'm going to have my son hold the brace while I do the toggles, and someone else is going to hold the camera. Alright, so we're going to do that next. So you can cut. Okay. Alright, so Jake and I are going to do toggle drill. And again, the reason why we're filming in the laundry room is because it's 500 degrees outside. And with the humidity, it feels like 600 degrees. So we're filming in the laundry room. So we have our hearth board ready, right? It's got a coal catcher on it, which makes it really easy to, first of all, save your floor. But also you could just pick this up and put it in tender bundle if you need to, right? So we put our reload in, right? Now, when these things are short or you need to fix it, what's nice is they pop right out, right? So that'll go in there. Now remember, just snug. Just enough to where it doesn't turn on you. See, the reload won't turn. Okay. So, put a little bit of your soap. So you're going to need a knife or something to scrape your ivory soap in. Rub that in first. Like a witch with a cauldron. You stir it a little bit. Okay. Now Jake. Now whoever's holding for you, they're going to have both feet on each side of the hearth board. Right? So this is probably going to be a spot in the middle. The socket is in the middle. Okay. Now his job is just to keep this flat, like a perfect T. That's really their only job. So whoever's doing the toggling, which is the child, because the adult is usually holding the T-brace. This is going to go around. Let's go this way. Now the kid is going to have their feet out. The kid is going to have their feet out. Okay. Now the length should be where their arms are stretched out, and the cords are also stretched out. Now one side is high, as you can see, and one side is low. So you want to keep one side high at all times and one side low at all times. Now it's only one side that pulls. So right pulls and then left pulls, but the other side is just keeping it tight. So both sides are not pulling. You don't pull with both, you pull with one. So once the child gets the rhythm, so again, one high, one low. Because if you don't do that, it's going to wrap on itself, see that? We don't want that, so you have to keep one high and one low. Your job is to keep that perfectly straight and this perfectly flat. And then the holder starts adding a little bit of weight. And the kid just needs to use really long strokes as fast as he can. Then you're gonna add more weight, more weight, more weight. More weight. And what's going to happen is your kid is going to have his first coal. Okay, let go. Easiest coal you can get is towel drill. Oh, I didn't go long enough. We're gonna go longer. Okay. Not too much. Now the pine is a softwood, so you don't have to press too hard. This is really going to come off with speed and rotations and just a little time. Before you know it, you got a really big coal going on. There we go. Big fat one. All right, on to crutch drill. All right, so after toggle drill, there's the pump drill. So you put in your reload and you snug, but not crank, down your hose clamp, okay? And that'll fit neatly right into the pre-cut sockets, right there. So put your flywheel together, and put that through to the spindle. It'll fit all the way down. It won't spin because it's square. Put your pressure bar brace on. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to point the notch to you, so I can't really see all that well, and we're going to get a coal. So the real trick here is to catch the rhythm, so I can smell the smoke, so I know it's burning. So not only am I demonstrating this pump drill, this is the first time I'm testing this one. I've made many of this model, but this is the first time I'm testing this one that I made. Now the trick here is really just relax, and it's time. Just keep going. Just keep everything straight. Just keep everything spinning. Because the notch is facing outward, I can't really see that well, so I'm gonna have a look. Okay. I gotta keep going. So it would have been a really better idea to fill the notch in a little bit with some dry dirt to raise up the floor. Look. Now, these hearth boards, like I said, come with a coal catcher. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to do crutch drill next. Alright, so now crutch drill. Alright, so we have our hearth board. Take a, well, here's a fresh reload. That's going to go in there. We're going to snug that in. It's still turning, so we're going to snug it a little more. Alright, so just take your time and adjust. I'm going to just bring the hose clamp up just a little higher. Alright, try that again. Always troubleshooting. Alright, now that's not going to go anywhere. Now it shouldn't turn when you crank it. So the bow is a multiple wrap, Egyptian style wrap. So the cord is actually the length of it up and around. It's twice the length of the bow. So pull off one knot and pull it through. And it should look like a triangle. Okay. Now, how you wrap this is you hold your spindle on your left, up and down. You hold your cord about the middle, so you have a triangle, and you touch this to the cord, and then hold the cord with your finger and wrap down, 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 in and down, in and down. And that should be almost just about right. I'm gonna do one more. Now when you get it right, it should be on a little bit of an angle going up, but tight. Just like that. And this is if you're right-handed. All right, so we're ready to do crutch drill. Again, I'm gonna face the notch outward. We're gonna do a fresh one. Now you put the crutch in with the socket in front of your armpit, just like that. It's in front of the armpit. Okay. This spindle is made of hickory, by the way. So just lean on it. Make sure it's straight by looking down and just play the cello. Now for kids, if the kid is really short, if he's like, you know, really young, he might be standing holding this. Alright, so that's crutch drill. Now we're going to do Egyptian drill. Alright, so Egyptian drill. Alright, so we're going to put a little bit of soap in the socket. And we're going to grind that in there before we start. Take a reload. Now you could use a reload a number of times until it's too short to be used. After that, this one's a little tight. Okay, so that's already snug. Alright. So Egyptian drill is like bow drill, except bow drill you have one wrap, and Egyptian drill is multiple wraps. Right? So that's ready to go. Again, you hold the spindle up and down, and you have the string in a triangle, and you touch the spindle to the string, and then you grab the string, grab it, and wrap in and down, in and down, in and down, until you run out of room. Okay, there you go. I'm going to try and face this way toward Jake. Now, here I have some leftover dust, so I'm going to fill the notch with either dry dirt or leftover dust to raise the floor. That's going to save time and energy. All right. Now with the hose clamp, you have to be careful that you don't cut the inside of your foot when this spins. Okay. So you have to be careful when this goes around. This doesn't make contact with your foot. So you get in bow drill position. And you hear the sound change, which means there's friction now. It's my opinion that the Egyptian drill is a much better step before you do bow drill. It's a much easier technique for kids. Cold catcher. So this clear pine, select pine, Pinus radiata, is an excellent starter wood. It's a nice one, right? All right, so that is the family PHYREBOX, because there are 4 easy methods before a bow drill to get friction fire, to get true successes with friction fire for children, and the family can do it together, because it's probably usually a parent that is trying to instruct their children. So that's what a PHYREBOX is for. 20 hearth boards, a lot of reloads, toggles, extra hose clamps, and screwdriver, soap, Egyptian drill, toggle drill, crutch drill, toggle drill, pump drill, crutch drill, Egyptian drill, in that order. Tray fits right on top. The other thing that's really nice about this box is it has a water seal. This red rubber seal. So that when this clamps down, this is locked, it's supposed to be pretty much waterproof all the way around. Like you could throw this into a lake and it should not get wet inside. So it's really weatherproof. What's nice too is when the lid is closed, this makes a really good seat. This thing is really solid. All right. Enjoy. Good luck.